like that feeling.
Okay, finally, we are on the road. It is much later in the day than I would have preferred, but it's a Saturday, and, you know, we both had adulting things to take care of before we went out and had fun. But we're on the road now. We are going to our local camp spot off of Peninsula Campground, just off of Folsom Lake. Now, we go to this place because it's not too far from the house. We don't have to worry about getting on the road super early and getting to our destination. We can pretty much leave whenever we want to. It takes us probably about an hour to get to the campsite from where we both live. It could take a little longer if we wanted it to, but that's where we're headed. We just wanted to get out for the night. We had been planning to, you know, you plan and it never happens. Yeah, that's been happening for the past month and a half of just like, yeah, this weekend. We need to go this weekend. No, what about, no, okay, not this weekend, but this weekend. Like I said, it took us all day to get things taken care of before we could actually take off and get on the road. But I like this little spot, especially for day trips and little overnighters, because I could have friends come out and meet me, and we could just kind of hang around a campfire and just be outside. You need that every once in a while. It's just to be outside. However, since we left later, it's warm. It was really nice this morning, but it's now, what, 4:30? And yeah, it's hot. SPC Dual Sports has his brand new Tenor S700 loaded down. I think this is the first time he ever packed it out, or at least the first time he's ever taken it out on an overnight trip. He's going to see what works and what doesn't. He's got one of those rackless 80s from Moto, and I really like that thing. Those things are so cool. Like, don't get me wrong, I love my giant loop Great Basin bag, but it's just simple and easy and super easy to use. But that thing, it just looks so cool. I like the bags. They look good on this one.
It's almost like they designed it.
Almost.
There's a little,
Oh, yeah. Special little loop for it. Yeah, this jacket does not breathe. So you guys might notice a little bit of a theme every time we do these overnighters, and you'll see them more and more. We might change throughout, like, where we go, but for the most part, we keep them kind of in the same general area for the quick little overnighters. It's what we know, so it's kind of like a comfort thing, especially when we're testing out new stuff. I have nothing new that I am testing. Now, I don't know if he brought his new tent. I know he got a new tent, but I don't think he brought it. But I'm playing around with new suspension settings. I was tinkering around a little bit today in the garage and figured I'd try something new. Tune the preload down a little bit. That's probably not right, but to play around with the preload and the rebound and compression, just to see how it does loaded, because I have about... I brought everything with me today, even though I don't need it. I brought all the stuff, like if I was to go on a huge trip, this is all the stuff that I would bring. This isn't overnighter light. This is my full gear. But it weighs about 31 pounds, 32 pounds. So I played around with the suspension settings for, you know, the right weight and all that crap. So I'm going to see if this works a little better, because last time I used this same setup, it was, I don't know, it felt a little squishy. I guess it's like they wanted to firm it up a bit. I really wish there was a way to, like, go into the lake and, like, off-road it across to the other side of the lake, because we got to go all the way to the other side. Just past those trees is the bottom of Folsom Lake, and we got to go to the top of Folsom Lake in the peninsula. That's why it's called the Peninsula Campground. So that being said, we're going to do the usual thing on our way up there. We're going to stop at a gas station, go pick up some snacks and maybe some stuff for food. Or maybe we'll pick up food before we get to the campsite. I don't know. But we both do need to get gas, so that is our next stop. That's a shame. It looks like they repaved this road, but we're stuck behind people. As This kind of sucks. This is a very fun road. I guess I could probably take it out of sport mode now. And normal mode. What is going on? Yeah, this is fun. We came here at a great time of the day. Really sucks too. This road is like brand new and it should be super fun and fast and nope. Well, yeah, you guys remember when I was out here last time, how everything was all green and lush and pretty? Yeah, it's not so pretty anymore in the summertime. Everything's dying and fried and ugh. What is going on? Are they painting? I think they're painting. Touch-ups. Is that what you're doing? You're touching up the paint? Made it to Rattlesnake Bar Road, and now we have 9 miles until we hit the campground. Now, we don't have any reservations this time. I don't think we did last time either. So it's just going to be a first come, first serve. Hopefully they have a spot for us. This campground has always been good about, you know, they've always had a spot. It's not too busy because it is out of the way. So I'm hoping we could find a spot, because if not, then we got to turn around, come all the way back up, and go back the way we came. And maybe we'll hit the other campground if this one's full. Like I said, I doubt it will be, but that's plan B. The problem with the other campsite is it's pretty easy to get to. Sorry, I know the sun's in your face. Yeah, the other campsite is pretty easy to get to, so it's normally always pretty packed, no matter like what the season is. And I think they have half of that campground shut during some parts of the season. So it's smaller sometimes than it normally is. But that's our plan B. But if that's not a possibility today, we might make our way up to Forest Hill and go find a dispersed campsite. So that is the plan. We're going to first check with this campsite, see if there's any spots available. If not, we'll go across the lake again, the back the way we came. Go to Beals Point and see if there's any spots. And if that's a failure, we're going to go up to Forest Hill and go find a dispersed camping spot, because there's always going to be a spot available somewhere in National Forest. So there's the plan. So fingers crossed we can get a spot. You guys will see in the next couple minutes. Well, the next second for you. For me, it's going to be a couple minutes till we get there. But we'll see if I get a spot. So I think we're gonna go pick up some breakfast, and I don't know where we're gonna head out on a ride today. We might just go home, or we might go the long way. We still got about half hour, 45 minutes ride to the other side of the lake. So it's a bit of a drive to get that far. I don't like that feeling. Something felt weird. I don't feel it anymore, but yeah. So when we got into the campsite last night, first thing I had to do was tighten my chain. It was pretty loose. It's done. I need to do one, so I'm gonna probably do that this week. I let it go for way too long, but I had to get that done. I had all the tools with me. Something still feels weird. Alright, I think I'm gonna nurse this thing home. We've had to stop at least 3 times and play around, try and readjust the chain, and I thought that maybe I just misaligned the chain or something. Everything's lined up pretty well, so I think this is my sign for I have to get the chain. Been putting it off for too long, so yeah, it's time to get a new one. It's pretty loud and clunky. I can feel it a little bit. It's a lot better than it used to be, but it's making some noise. So hopefully I can find a part today. Once I get home, I'll take a trip out to one of the Harley dealers and see if they have a chain for me, and they probably don't. But yeah, there's the adventure. Worn out parts, I guess. But other than that, it was actually a pretty cool night. We found a spot that was pretty secluded, away from all the people. Campground really wasn't that busy, but we found a good spot. We got critters last night. That was cool. Lots of eyeballs watching you. The dinner I decided to have is I grabbed some cup of noodles at a gas station, and I always seem to grab the most spicy one for some reason, and I try not to. Yeah, it's pretty spicy. I think we're gonna take a different way out of town. We're gonna take the shorter route through Auburn. That's my plan. I don't want to put too many miles on a rattly chain. Don't want to risk damaging the bike any further, so I'll get a bike up on the jack stand when I get home and take a look at it and see what's actually making noise. I'm pretty sure it's just the worn out chain. When we got here last night, the chain was really loose. Eric said that it was snaking pretty bad, and when I stopped and checked it, it's like, yeah, that's pretty loose. We'll get on a bit straighter of a road and see if I can't show you guys the noise I'm talking about. Because when I let off the gas, pull the clutch, I can feel like a tunk, 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 tunk. Yeah, it's a lot better than it used to be, but I can still feel it. So we cut our ride a little bit short today. We're just gonna head home. I gotta get this bike up on a lift and see what's going on, because it still feels a little funny. It's a lot better than it was when we first took off this morning after we adjusted the chain again. It's still not quite right, so I'm gonna get it up on the lift and remove the wheel and see what's going on. No shops are really open today. I got a couple shops that I could see if they have any parts, but I doubt they do. They don't really like to keep these chains in stock, much less sprockets, cush cores, anything like that, especially for this bike. Mine doesn't anyways. So we'll have to see what's going on with it and see what parts I need to get, but I will keep you guys posted on what's going on. If you could, leave a comment down below. Let me know if you've ever experienced something like this before. If like, what do you feel when the chain starts to go out on your bike? And if you could, please subscribe. It helps me out a ton, and I'll see you guys later. That's not a lane. Can't press. I hate this light, because everyone tries to do that crap. Move out of my way because I forgot which lane does what. These lights are always super short too. Oh, that battery died fast. Breathe hole. I need a breathe hole. Ow, 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 I got a cramp. I got a cramp in the bottom of my foot. Ow. It hurts. This is kind of, know how stickers work. It's got a 25 and then a 24. Okay. Super cool. Someone lost a boat. Weird. Thanks, dude. That was cool.